Hey, we're live. What's up, everybody? Hey, Mary.
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hey, Ange.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm chilling, you know.
We're back.
Yes, the HSN Podcast. We have Angie, of course, Mary. We're here, the like dynamic duo.
I know.
So today is like an amazing day.
We
thank you for clicking to listen. Today we have such a rare bird, literally, fashion icon, legendary designer, interior designer. There are so many descriptions we can give. The famous Iris Apfel is going to be joining us. Like, how crazy is that?
I am so excited. She is such an icon.
Oh, all right. How corny am I?
Everyone check out Angie's wearing
I have a t-shirt.
Iris graphic tee.
Yes, I do.
I love those glasses.
You see these?
Yeah.
Two different retailers, different experiences. I was actually in Dubai with this t-shirt.
Oh, I love that.
And I was at Zara, and they had a collection of t-shirts.
Cute.
From Iris Apfel, all the way in the Middle East. I had to pick it up. And I've been saving it for a moment just like this. And you have on one of my favorite pieces, Mary.
What?
The chain necklace.
Okay, how cute is this?
Oh, my goodness.
I love this necklace.
Don't
Obviously,
have that color.
It's by Iris Apfel, of course.
Yes.
But yeah, it's light green, super cute, right?
It's
and you know what I
amazing.
like too? I wish I would have maybe added a couple more on.
She would love
chunky,
that.
you know?
The more the better. Right. You want to impress Iris, you wear more. She likes to, more is more and less is a bore. Right.
Oh,
that's her saying. So this is going to be a really, really, really big day. But, you know, new year, you know, we're trying to improve ourselves. So I have to ask you what's been happening with your workouts, because you're doing it.
I'm doing the triathlon.
Right.
And yeah, it's going well. Mm-hmm. It's going well.
I mean, is it hard to tell the truth? Like, really?
I mean,
we've got pretzels here for you, but is it hard?
I'm sticking to a schedule, and so far I'm loving it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean,
what's the hardest part though?
I guess the swim for me, I think is the toughest.
Yeah. Good. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah. No, it's been great though. I've been using the Fitbit a lot, like I talked about last episode.
Right.
And something else that's been helping me a lot is making smoothies before I go.
Oh, right on. So you change your whole eating habit. My keto,
you're
trying to blend a little bit.
It's all about balance, right?
Yeah, true. So what are you doing? What's your like go-to? Because I always need good drinks in the morning.
My go-to smoothie in the morning, spinach.
Oh, nice.
Frozen pineapple, a little bit of banana.
Okay.
And then I top it with chia seeds.
Nice.
And then I throw it in my NutriBullet and just...
Don't you love that thing?
Yeah.
Okay, have you, anyone listening, if you don't have a NutriBullet, you're so missing out.
Yeah, you need
Whether
one.
it's smoothies, whether it's like, you know, salad dressings or whatever it is. I mean, I've done coffee grounds.
Oh, really?
I buy the beans and throw... Amazing. I love that NutriBullet. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the NutriBullet Pro.
Oh, you can do
it's
soup
great.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't do all that.
Yeah, it's great for smoothies. I use it every single day. So that's been helping my routine a lot.
Good for you.
It's a great way to get your greens in too in the morning. So so I'm sticking to that New Year list. But
you're good.
Yeah. What about you, Angie?
Well, you know, I've been traveling a little bit, working on some fun projects, doing a little bit too much shopping. You know, it's pretty much it. Now, Valentine's Day is around the corner.
I know.
Now, you got married last year, so you got a bae, you got a boo, you got someone special. I don't know. I'm still interviewing.
Okay.
I'm still interviewing.
Okay.
I don't know.
You gonna go out with your girlfriends or do something?
You know, I don't know. Like,
well, hey, let's go out. How about you and I?
That makes much more sense, because like you can go with the girls anytime. So we'll see. But you know, what do you normally do for Valentine's, or is there anything special you might pick up because you're married now?
Well, let's see. We don't normally go out on Valentine's Day just because it's so
too
busy.
Commercial and stuff. Yeah.
Actually, just like, picking up some food, watching a movie, relaxing.
Just kind of chill, cuddle time. Yeah, I gotcha.
But yeah.
Now, if you went out, I'm sure he's going to want to take you to dinner at some point. Is it like jeans and a t-shirt? Or is it like dressed up?
I'm way comfy.
Okay.
Actually, this turtleneck I have on today is crazy.
That's
comfy.
what you would put on?
Honestly,
your husband's like, really, honey? Like, we're married now.
No, I'm all for the
super
turtleneck.
Cute.
You like it?
It's a little chilly. In the air, not in here per se, but like outside, it's a little chilly.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have something. Is it soft?
Super soft. This is the DG2.
Don't you have like 50 of those?
I do.
There's nothing wrong with finding something you love and that you can just buy every color. That's how I feel about Iris with those necklaces.
Yeah.
I think I have like 6. Okay, can I just tell you, I'm obsessed, not really, in a great way, with Iris Apfel. Like, she is such an icon for me. I have her big, chunky bracelet. I didn't, because I thought it'd make too much noise on air. But I like layer her bracelets up.
Ooh.
I'll wear a bunch of those. I must have 6 of those chain necklaces. That is like at HSN, if you don't have an iris chain necklace, go right now and start shopping.
Run.
It's like, to me, you know, I love to have like an urban chic feel.
Yeah.
So it has like the big dookie rope chains that, you know, they used to wear that I could never have. And even like we have a little doll here, that Barbie. Did you know that
the
the Barbies are crazy? It's styled by Iris Apfel. Even put that chain necklace on the Barbie.
All the details.
You gotta have it.
The details are, I know, so good.
Why are we obsessed with her? Why do we love her so much? Is it because she's 98 years young.
She is.
It's her red lip. It's her New York attitude. She's from Queens. You know, I'm from Long Island. So there's kind of this, she's got an edge to her. She's like subdued at the same time, but her style sense is off the hook.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness.
I'm excited to hear kind of her story.
Yeah.
Maybe something we haven't heard on her documentary. I watched that.
Okay, the documentary.
Incredible.
If you have, Netflix? Hopefully it's still on there
HBO.
now. HBO?
Yeah.
HBO, that's right, HBO. Netflix is my other baby.
Yeah.
But if you have to find it, it
gotta
is
find
so
it.
good. First of all, I want to live in her apartment. Her
my gosh,
apartment,
her
it looks
apartment
like the best wardrobe closet you could imagine. Like fabrics laying here and, you know, baskets from whatever country her and her late husband went to. It's, okay,
All
we'll
her
get into her.
antiquing. I know, we'll get into her.
I'm sweating thinking about her. I don't
I
know
love
what's
that
going on.
moto jacket, by the way.
Thank you. You know who this is?
Who?
Colleen Lopez.
Oh, it's cute.
So
I love
Colleen,
that.
we know she's another icon, right? It's like icon. But her leather jackets are great. Her and Juliana.
Yeah.
I just buy all my jackets from here now.
I need a good leather jacket. Yeah, I'm actually heading to Denver in the next couple weeks. Yeah, I'm visiting my sister out there.
Okay.
And I wanted to share these boots that I got because it's going to be snowing.
Let me see.
Okay.
Living
I
in
got
Florida,
the-
you don't wear much. So.
Franco Sardo. Yeah, sorry, I said that right. The waterproof sole boot. They are waterproof sole boot. Oh my gosh.
Are they like ducky-ish rubber?
Kind of.
Okay.
They're perfect for wet weather because they've got that sole on the bottom.
Yes, yes. Because
So
you're going to bump
I'm
into
gonna
snow
slip
in
and
Denver.
slide and yeah.
You're going to have snowball fights with your sister and all that kind of
Yeah.
fun stuff.
So I'm excited for that.
Good stuff.
What travels do you have coming up?
I'll be in LA for a little bit. I have a trip to New York planned. And then my mom's birthday in March.
fun.
That'll be coming up soon.
Oh, you got to get her.
Oh my
couple
gosh.
gifts.
Let me tell you, everything HSN. She is like, she loves these shoes that they sell, Beezies. And ladies, if you know Beezies, they're like these comfortable, they're not like naturalizer comfortable. They're just like athletic, kind of slip on, like neoprene. I don't know, just like really soft, comfy, you know,
Yeah.
like she loves those. So I know I'm going to pick up some of those. She's addicted to Corey's. I'll pick up some of that.
So am I.
It's like one-stop shopping. You know, it just said I can get everything right
You
here.
already
Please,
know.
we are you. Like, please know, this is Angie, that I am you. Mary, you are the shopper too.
I am. I have everything HSN. It's almost
You know,
embarrassing.
the last thing I got, I needed a refill, which is crazy. My blush is Cargo. I don't know if you've ever tried Cargo blush. They come in like little tins.
Okay.
Okay, so traveling as much as I do, the tins are great because the glass doesn't pop out. Like they can get a little bent up or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's like an old school like tobacco can is what it looks kind of
And
because it
who's-
has a top.
What is it called again?
Cargo.
Cargo. Okay.
They have 2 colors.
Okay.
Cabo, Los Cabos, technically. Los Cabos, like an orangey, corally color. Amazing. And then they had this beautiful pink. Check it out. I should look to make sure it's still there. I'm telling you about it. But it's like water-resistant blush.
I love
So
that.
for me, it's great because I'm on planes, I'm wiping down, I'm washing my hands. I've got these personal summers happening. I'm like, help me somebody because it is, I'm like, sometimes can get toasty from the inside. It's crazy.
Yeah, I love that.
So that's probably the last thing I bought. So mom will be next. There's usually like some kind of candy or David's cookie or some kind of sweets that I'll pick up that I'll see on air around
Okay.
this time. But
Yeah.
other than that, chilling. Valentine's Day is going to be low key.
Well, I tried out a new palette today. I don't know if you noticed on my
What is that? And what
eyes.
is that?
I have the Too Faced pumpkin spice on
You
the
know
palette.
what? I remember that.
Yeah,
You've
back from
had that-
fall. I've had it for a while.
Yes. Did you change the colors?
I
There's like
love
100
the
colors.
tones. You know, it's like that those warm, rich,
Yeah.
orangey.
Do they smell? Because
orange.
everything they do like smells.
Everything smells
Too Faced.
incredible. I had the chocolate bar. Did you ever have that?
And that
palette?
smells. I
one
remember
smelled
that
like
one.
Chocolate, yeah.
And I don't even like chocolate and it smells good.
I know. It's so good. Everything Too Faced for me is
You love it, right? That's your go-to?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, if you've been following us, which I'm sure you have to stick around because Iris Apfel is coming up. You know, this year has been hot. We had Curtis Stone earlier. We got Iris Apfel, design icon. So much to talk about with her. She is the rare bird of fashion. Rah-rah, the rare bird of fashion. She's going to bring it. I know. So stick around. I'm going to get a little sip of water. Get ready.
See you guys soon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this is really an exciting time. Welcome to the HSN Podcast. We are joined by a fashion icon, interior designer, jewelry designer. She is with over, how many decades of inspiration in fashion and influence and lectures and documentaries and incredible style. And we are truly, Mary and I are so honored to have you. Because this is a first for you, right? To join a podcast?
Yes, I never had a podcast before. I didn't know what it was. And I said at my stage of the game, having a first of anything is pretty exciting.
Oh, we're her first, Mary.
I'm honored.
Indeed. Well, welcome. This is a room you can just kick back and relax, and people are going to just enjoy the essence of you being the rare bird that you are.
Well, I hope so. And I'm so nice and warm and cozy.
Oh.
It's cold outside, baby.
It is. We've got Iris, her own little heater.
That's
Super
right.
nice.
That's right. A nice Dyson to toast you up a little bit. Do you wear like flannel pajamas to bed if you're always cold?
I always wear flannel.
Do you really? Socks too?
If I'm lucky.
You're adorable. You're absolutely adorable. Well,
I
Mary,
have some of those. I was in the hospital, and they give you those socks that you can walk around in.
Oh, yeah.
with the grippies on the bottom.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Those are good.
Those are nice and warm.
But I forget to take them sometimes.
Aw.
We'll get some and put them in your bag, so you can take them home with you.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you, it's.
This is a full-service podcast, then.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll give you home with some parting gifts too.
Wow.
We've got cookies. We've
Wow,
got just about
wow.
everything.
That's right. So the new year started. Are you excited about 2020?
Yeah, very much so.
Some big plans?
I don't plan, really. Things just happen. I don't like to plan because then they don't sometimes turn out and then you get disappointed. I just go with the flow.
I like that.
Ooh, I like that too.
I've learned to live in the now because the past is gone and there's nothing I can do about it. And who knows if there'll even be a future. So you got to live in the now and live every day as though it would be your last. And as my husband would say, live every day as though it were your last because one day you'll be right.
Yes. Very true. Very true. So you have mottos that you live by. Do you put Post-it notes up or you just have this infinite wisdom?
Oh, no. Infinite wisdom. It flows. It spurts.
You're too cute. You're too cute. So to be at HSN, what does that feel like? You started here in 2001, and you have changed so many women's lives here with your fashion, your accessories, and your flavor. How do you describe that?
I don't. That's not for me to do. That's for you to do. You get paid to do that.
I wish.
Well, I'm rocking one of your
What?
necklaces today. I got your
Good.
necklace on. I love
Those
it.
chains, I started with my first, and every time I do a show, we do another chain.
Okay.
And we've done them in all shapes and colors and materials. And I don't know who to believe, but I've gotten reports from here that we've sold since we've done them upwards of,
$1 million?
but like 20, 30,000.
Wow.
I don't know. But they tell me that it's the most used accessory that
Yeah.
stylists here use it all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it's very, very functional.
Yes.
And it goes with everything.
I have to tell you, I own about 7 of these resin chain necklaces.
And you can mix them all up.
That's what I do. You inspired me to do that. I just layer any color. Doesn't matter.
So sometimes, you can wear all 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I would love to just throw on a couple more.
Mary's
of
like, I
this.
should have brought more. I
Yeah.
should have brought more.
But
Well,
I
at
love,
this price,
That's true.
I mean, I don't know how, because my jewelry is very well made. It's not sleazy.
Right.
And it's in the shops, the good shops in New York, they are many, many, many times more expensive. And as a matter of fact, I have to say about all my products, because I'm a nut about detail and quality, and everything is well finished and well made, as well as some of the things that cost 20 times as much.
It shows too.
I think that's very important. But I don't know how HSN does it, because they're so really inexpensive.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
true.
great value.
It is.
Where do you find your inspiration?
Getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
Again, for me, that's a big event.
Yeah. What's your process? What's a day in the life of Iris Apfel like?
There is no such thing as a day in the life of, because every day is different.
Yeah.
I do so many different things. I could never live in a set routine. That would drive me bananas. So it's something different, and I have so many different kinds of projects. I don't like to do the same thing again and again.
Give us a rundown of like some of the projects maybe you're working on besides, of course, HSN. That probably takes a while to come up with the line and the collections and.
Oh, I work very hard for HSN. It does take a long time because we have to get the ideas and the sketches and the fabrics or the materials if it's jewelry.
Right.
And that takes time. And then I like to coordinate my jewelry line with my apparel line so that it's easier for the client. And I try to think about the client, because it's my feeling is that there are a lot of people who are underserved for a variety of reasons. Either they live in a very small town where there's maybe one shopping mall and everything is the same. Not that New York City hasn't become like that, because there's no creativity left anymore.
True.
Everything is same old, and you can walk down Fifth Avenue and look at 7 shops and you'll see 7 of the same things at different price levels.
Right.
And it gets very boring. I think that's one of the reasons retail is in the doldrums. I mean, how many blazers can a woman have in her closet?
Right.
How many pairs of jeans? How many this? And there's nothing. And if they do something new or original, it's something so zany. I mean, even I wouldn't want to wear it.
It's true.
So, but my point is, I think there are so many people who want something different. And there's no place for them to find it, because either it's the town is too small, or if it's a big city like New York, it's too expensive. Everything is so picked over, you can't just find things anymore like you could at flea markets and little stores. And so there are people who either can't afford to dress the way they would like, or people who are smart enough to know that they don't have to. Now, I have clients now, it's unbelievable, in places like Newport and Rhode Island, so posh, Palm Beach, that wear my clothes.
Wow.
Because
We're all over.
My clothes are really can stand up with any fine shop.
That's true.
I'll tell you a funny story. About a year and a half ago, I had a call from a Vogue Portugal.
Wow.
Portugal is a hot new country in Europe. Now everybody going there, it's very in. And so it was the Vogue. And they gave me some huge, like 16 pages, something crazy. And the magazines these days, like everybody else, they don't pay attention and it's lopsided, and they wanted me to accessorize everything. And I said, that's fine, but you have to send it to me ahead. Of course, nothing arrived until the night before the shoot. And then when we tried things, I mean, some of them, they were all haute couture. And everything was like $50,000 and up.
Wow.
And some of them I wouldn't wear to a dog show.
You're
Oh,
so cute. I
Really?
believe you.
Oh, really? I said, I don't care, but I can't wear half of this stuff.
Right.
So they said, what should we do? I said, well, it's your problem. You should have sent it in advance. Well, they said, you have a lot of interesting things of your own. Why don't we use some of your stuff? I said, it's fine with me. I had just come back from a shoot that I did using my own clothes, and they went through it, and they're oohing and eyeing, and they pick up a dress, and they say, "Oh, we love this dress. Whose dress is it?" I said, "It's mine." So they said, "We know it's yours, but who designed it?" I said, "I did."
Wow.
"Who did you design it for?" "Home shopping networks." "No, not possible."
You
I
floored
said,
'em.
"Yes."
Yeah.
Anyway, we sold the dress on air for I think I may be a few bucks off, but like $189. Well, they loved it. And I accessorized it very well. And when it was finished, it was published like right next to some $50,000 Chanel or something in Vogue.
Wow.
So I'm very proud of the fact that my clothes can stand up and look well with.
That's right.
And
Wow. That's
so-
That's an
beautiful.
incredible story.
Yes. You're so fashion forward, and I think women rely on you for your accessories, to help us get dressed. When I saw this chain 8 years ago, when I really, really dug in, as a shopper here, I was like, wow, I had never seen that. So you help us become fierce and effortless and smarter about our you guide us. You have that eye that we just don't have.
Well, people tell me all the time how much I've given them courage and inspiration. And women have gone as far as to say I've changed their life. Mm-hmm. And I always thought, I used to come home and tell my husband, what does she mean I've changed her life? What kind of poor little life could she have if I had to come and change it?
Yeah.
So he said, well, why don't you ask? I said, I can't ask. First of all, it's rude. Mm-hmm. And secondly, I don't have the time, because if I'm signing a book or something, people get annoyed and they have people pushing, hurry up, finish.
Right.
Well, one day I went to a collectible show in Palm Beach, and I guess the word came that I was arriving. And I came and I was immediately engulfed, a circle of maybe 9 or 10 accessory dealers. And they were all so oohing and eyeing because they said I had increased their business, like fivefold.
The iris effect.
Yes, people were buying more accessories. Excuse me. And so we thank you for that. And this one woman said, no, I have to thank you for something much more important. You changed my life. So I thought, this is my opportunity.
Yeah.
So I said to her, how did I change your life if I may be so bold? And she said, I'm happy to tell you. I had recently done a museum show at the Norton in West Palm Beach, and she was doing shows at the time. So she said she took the day off and she came to see the show. And she said she was just bombed out because she looked and she said, I can't believe it. This is not what everybody looks like, which is what I like, and I don't know how to do it. And they don't look like everybody else, but they don't look crazy.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So she said, I guess there's hope for me. She said she went home and she couldn't sleep all night. She was so excited, and she kept saying, I'm making this up. This isn't possible. So she said, I took another day off and I went back to the show and I verified. And sure enough, she said, so since the show, I've been training myself. Sometimes I make a mistake. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's good. She said, but I'm feeling more and more confident and trying to dress for what makes me happy and who I am. Mm. She said, but the best part is now that I am learning that I don't have to dress like everybody else. I've learned I don't have to think like everybody else.
I love
So
that.
I said, gee, if I could do that for a couple of people,
That's
I
your
have it
purpose.
made.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. That's good.
But
But that's
it's-
what you do. It's true.
But that's what people now, since my documentary was so well received, I don't know if you know, but it has one of the highest ratings on something called Rotten
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Yes. Which used to be a bad name, but now Rotten Tomatoes is good when you have high ratings.
But they tell me I don't know this. I don't know
It's
those.
very well received.
It's very
That
well
means people
received.
love it. People love it.
And it's been on every airplane everywhere. So I'm
Right.
known in Uzbekistan and Timbuktu and all kinds of
Wow.
places. And it's amazing. But people respond, and I'm very happy because
Yeah.
I like to make people happy.
You've
Yeah.
done it. You're doing it.
Did you ever think that you would have such an impact? on
Never.
so
I
many
never.
people's
First of
lives?
all, I don't know if you've read my book.
Accidental Icon.
But I have a whole long list of things I never expected that I would be on HSN. I never expected any of this stuff. It's like,
Did you know about HSN before you came here? Or did you say, I'm not going to shop on television?
no, I knew about HSN because of Michael Volbrecht, may he rest in peace. Michael was a very dear friend, and he told me he was going on HSN. I had heard about it, so I said, oh, wow. And it was a 2-hour show. He was very well presented and very well received. And because he's an artist, and they marketed him as art to wear, and he specialized in overscaled women.
Okay.
And he had a 2-hour show, and he had a group of models, the like of which I've never seen. They were beautiful. One was prettier than the next, but they were so humongous.
Yeah.
After the show, I couldn't help it. I called him up to congratulate him, and I said, everything was so beautiful. He said, but those mannequins, where did you find them? I said, I hope you don't have to pay them by the pound.
I gotcha. I love it.
But he was, and then I got interested. And,
Yeah.
I knew a lot of people, and they kept saying, you should be on HSN, you should be on
Yes.
HSN. I had been introduced to Mindy once or twice, and, we have to get together, blah, 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 but I never called her, and she never called me. And then finally, somebody called and said that she wanted to meet me. And
Right. Former HSN CEO. Yeah. I love it.
Iris, can you tell us a little bit about how you first got into the fashion industry?
well, I've never been in the fashion industry.
Or when you studied art history, did you know eventually that you would want to be into
No,
fashion?
I expected what I wanted to do originally was to do editorial fashion. And we used to have something called, Vogue used to sponsor a Prix de Paris contest for seniors at the universities. And I entered the contest, and I was one of the final contestants. And for a lot of reasons, I didn't win first prize. I got a prize, not the first prize was a year's job in Paris at their Paris office, and I wanted to go to Paris like crazy, and I figured that was the only way I could get there. And I didn't win, and I was crushed, but not for very long because the war came and they closed the office.
They're like, ha
Anyway, and then I still said, well, I'll try, but at that time, New York was the garment center, and I just didn't like the people or anything about it. But I went to work for Women's Wear Daily, and at that time, they had a big building on Lower Fifth Avenue, and I got the lowest kind of job you can get, which nobody knows what it even is today. It was called a copy girl.
Yeah, you just make copies all day.
No.
Oh, editorial copy.
There were no electronics, no way of communicating. There were a few pneumatic tubes, but the editors were constantly passing papers one to another, and it was my job to move the papers up and down stairs and whatnot.
Wow.
It was really something else. And I made the magnificent sum of $15 a week.
No way.
Yes, well, prices were pretty different,
Wow.
but $15 a week. The only thing good about it was I kept in shape.
Right.
I didn't have to go to a gym.
Running around, sure.
Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. But being very bright, I looked around and I saw that 98% of the editorial staff were women. And they were all very middle-aged. they were too young to die, and they were too old to get pregnant. So I said, I'll never get a shot here. I will spend my life going up and down the stairs. So I quit, and I started with a lot of other things. I had some very interesting jobs, one thing and another, and I ended up in interior design. And
But that wasn't planned?
nothing
was planned.
Nothing in my life was planned. Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
I don't like plans.
Yes. Huh. So you started interior design, and that took you pretty far because you went all the way to the White House.
Right.
It's pretty good plan B or C or D, you know?
That's pretty good. What was that like?
Well, that was very interesting because we started the business, my husband and I, because I was looking for a fabric. When I had an interior design business, which I must say did very well and was flourishing, and I was doing this big house on Long Island, and I was looking for a fabric that did not exist. And I drove myself and everybody crazy. I couldn't find it. So I finally found somebody who would make it for me. And it turned out beautifully. And he said he had a small mill. He was a textile genius. He had come from Italy with a few old hand looms, which he soon realized he couldn't get too. I mean, he made beautiful things, but they were very expensive and they took a great deal of time. So he figured out a way of converting a jacquard loom, took it all apart and put it back together so it had a hand-loomed look. But of course, in those days, but he could make maybe 5 or 6 yards a day. Well, you can't really do very well on that. Right. But he had a small mill, and he worked for the jobbers like Scalamandre and Schumacher and everybody like that.
Yeah.
And it turned out he was the one I went to see. And he loved the design. He made it beautifully. And he said, did I have any other designs? And I said, sure.
You liked it.
And so we started to do some work together. And he said he would love it if we would go into business together. My husband could do the financial and selling. He would do the weaving, and I would do the designing. So I thought it was a great idea, and my husband liked it, but, you know, we didn't have any money.
Right.
Anyway, we worked out, and we started it, and it was going very nicely. And from there, all kinds
to the
of
White
things
House.
happened.
Yeah.
We had to finally give up the little mill because the unions killed us. They were just terrible, the dyers and everything. So we had to start to import. And that was very difficult because in those days, they didn't have the fabric fairs that they have now, and people didn't come over, and you had to go to the, and they would say, they would be happy to sell you if you bought so many designs and so many pieces of a color. We didn't have the facilities to store it, and we didn't have the money to buy it. So, but we didn't take no for an answer. We persisted, and we found it's too boring to tell you the whole story.
Right. That's the New Yorker in you. You know, you're just assertive, would you say? Yeah. No, she's so modest. Look, can I just throw some words that have been used to describe you? Tell me what you think about them. Of course, bold.
I guess I'm bold.
One of a kind.
That's what they tell me.
Quirky.
Oh, yes.
Trailblazer.
Yes.
Unique.
Ho, ho.
Fierce.
You can hear the jangling of Iris's
She's
bracelets.
jingling, baby. Iconic.
Well, the beginning of my documentary.
You can hear
the
it.
jingling.
Yes, I love that.
Well, that started years ago. I love to go to school. And I used to go, the new school in New York had a lot of very interesting courses. And I used to take as many as I could. And there was a very nice young man who befriended me. And I guess after about the third lecture, he said to me, I used to sit and watch for you, but I learned better now. I just turn around and listen. 'Cause I used to wear a lot of silver jewelry, and I used to come in clanking.
Clink, 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 clink. You like to make noise, huh?
I don't like it. It just happened.
It just happened. I love your motto. More is more.
And less is a bore.
Yes. That describes you.
I mean, to me, I don't see how anybody could say less is more. That doesn't make any sense.
If you could fit 10 more bracelets on your arms, would you?
Oh, I do. This is nothing.
That is light. That is light. You would just go all the
they
way
go
up your
all the way up until I can't go any higher.
Iris, I know you're known. I know you're known for your accessories, but can you tell us about your red lip that you always rock to? How do you choose, and what do you choose for your red lip?
Well,
Is there
I
a
love
go-to?
this. It's always been difficult because every time they made the right shade of red, they stopped making it.
Right.
It was like a curse on my head. And finally, I found NARS
Oh, NARS.
made a wonderful color. Now, they've stopped that too.
Oh.
Okay.
And again, I wouldn't take no for an answer, so I had somebody who does makeup, and they had some tucked away, so I think I bought the last 6.
The last stash.
Can we come up? I mean, we're here, we're at HSN. We just talked to someone to create the Iris Red. How about Rare Bird Red?
Oh, I did a lipstick for, I've done a lot of collaborations, and one was with Bergdorf Goodman a couple of years ago because they did a great big party for my to launch my book, and we opened a pop shop
Oh, nice.
for about a month, and I could pick all the merchandise I wanted to a design for. It was wonderful. They gave me all the windows on Fifth Avenue.
Oof.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
I had in Paris too at Le Bon Marché. I had 10 windows.
Wow.
Anyway,
Get it, girl.
Anyway, what did you say?
I said, get it, girl.
I did a lipstick, and I called it, what did I call it? Oh my God.
So you at least you've had a few of your own.
Oh, well, I did
Shades.
a whole collection for, I was the first one to bring back bright colors.
They look great on you.
I did it for MAC back around 29 or 10, something like that. But the colors were so great.
Yeah.
I hate to say, it sounds like I'm bragging, but overnight, they all sold out.
Yep. Do you? Because now you have a little orangey red.
Yes, I
I'm looking
like
at you now.
orangey red.
Yeah.
A little more coral.
Blue reds. There's so many different. It's like black. There's so many different reds. So we need a new collection of red so we can get it. I think HSN's a good spot, Mary. What do you think? We're putting it in the universe. We'll work on that. Let me pick up the phone. No, I'm kidding. We'll call somebody. We'll call somebody and get it.
Oh, I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's such a good name. Oh my God, a senior moment.
You're a young senior. So for the future, any plans that I know you hate planning, but when you think about HSN, new lipsticks, new collections, new museums, exhibits, documentaries, books.
Well, I'm doing a new fabric collection for a company,
Okay.
which should be very interesting.
Just fabrics?
For them, yes.
Okay.
I'm thinking about doing a collection of tiles,
Ooh.
wall and floor tiles. We're working on that, but we don't have anything definite on it yet.
Well, I could let you use my house, and you can just experiment and do whatever you want. How's
Well,
that?
thanks
Yeah.
a lot.
Give you my
Where do you
address later.
live?
Tell you off the air.
Do you live down here?
I have a few places I hide out in. Yeah. And, being a New Yorker, it's a place in New York you can play with.
And then I did, and we're still doing it, a very beautiful collection of jewelry. Bernardau, I don't know if you know who they are, but they make the most beautiful porcelains. Table settings. Well,
goodness.
they're like Tiffany, but better.
Oh.
They're top drawer. And heretofore I met him when I was in Paris, and he liked very much what I did for Bon Marché, which is the oldest department store in Europe.
Wow.
It's a beautiful, beautiful old store. And he said he wanted me to do something for him, and I wasn't in the mood to do tabletop.
Right.
And on the way out of his shop, I saw a little case with little bitsy jewelry, very discreet, porcelain jewelry. So he said I should think about what I wanted to do, and he was coming to New York in a couple of weeks, and we made a date, we discussed it.
Right.
So I said, if they can make little bitty, why don't they make big statement pieces?
Absolutely.
Never been done before. Anyway, I presented the idea, and he loved it, and the first part of the collection has come out, and it's doing very well, and it'll be sold all over the world.
Wow.
So we have more to do on that.
Anything you touch, just
I know.
big, big, big. Do you have a lifelong passion for, accessories and just being creative,
Oh, yes.
There's such a freedom in that, it seems like.
Well, I have to be creative. If I don't, I mean, that's why I have to work. People say, oh, you don't have to work. Thank God I don't have to work to eat.
Right.
But I have to work because otherwise I would explode.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you just lay in bed and say, oh, I got an idea?
Well, sometimes.
Yeah. What don't we know about Iris that people would be surprised to know?
It's none of their business.
Oh, secret.
I like that.
That might be true.
No, that's the one thing I don't like about what's happened to me. I was a very private person. And I mean, there's certain things that's okay, but people can be very nosy.
Yes. Yeah.
And it doesn't really... I mean, I always say I don't discuss politics, religion, or the Kardashians.
The Kardashians.
I mean, what I think about all these things is my affair.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Because people get very hung up. I mean, especially with politics. If you say something that
Yes.
they go crazy. So
True.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
Well, you've been around the world. Is there a culture or a fashion environment that you just enjoy in your travels?
Well, of course, I don't know how, I haven't been in quite some time, but the way it used to be in Italy, I love their live and let live and I love their food and their language, and I just feel very comfortable.
Comfortable there.
What's been your favorite place to travel?
Oh, I just like to travel, but it depends. I mean, you're comparing apples and oranges. I love exotic places. I love the Middle. We used to love the Middle East.
Really?
Of course, it's finished now.
It's all built up, yeah.
No, I mean it's been
Oh,
with the terror and everything.
Yeah.
else.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
the same.
Yes, it is. It's very different.
And politically, it's not pleasant. I love North Africa. Any place that has souks, because
Oh,
I'm a
yes.
market freak.
Yes. Oh, those
I love
souks.
markets. There's not very few left.
Very true. And for those who don't know what souks are, they are like flea markets, if you will. I went to India, and then I went to the Middle East, and we went to gold souks and spice souks. So there's
Right.
pounds and mounds and just an exorbitant amount of whatever that item is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I've
just
never
a
been.
treat. And you just kind of barter and stroll, and
It's
it
a
is
lot
fun.
of fun. I love it.
It's
I
good.
love it.
So, I was reading somewhere that said you've been influential in fashion and design for 90 years, but 90 years, you're just 21 plus tax.
Well, you can't you can't believe everything you read.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, I don't know. A lot of these writers are very imaginative, and they make up all kinds of things I have no control over.
That's very true.
At 8 years old, I was certainly not designing.
Right. We were
years old.
talking about
I know.
that.
Angie and I were talking about that earlier. And I
Yeah.
was like, wow, 8 years old, you had influence.
Is there a decade in your many decades of doing what you do that stands out to you?
I liked them all.
Yeah.
There were good things and bad things in every decade. As I said before, if I said it, I say it all the time. I learned to live in the now. Did I tell you that?
You
Yeah.
did. That should be on your next shirt. I love,
love
that.
that.
To live, yeah, right? People say live for the moment and you live for the now. Yeah.
Well, I learned that because we did a lot of, when we went to Italy, and I couldn't speak a word of Italian, and these mill people, and these couldn't speak a word of English. And they'd sometimes have translators who couldn't
Totally.
speak the textile language. But I found out then, if two people are very interested in the same thing, you can understand each other without language. But I decided I had to learn, and I didn't have time to go to school. So I'm very pragmatic. I figured out, first of all, I'm a good listener.
Right.
And I would listen, and I learned a lot that way. I sit on a bus or go to the beach and just listen. And I read children's books.
Interesting.
And anyway, I finally learned enough, but it was, Italian is a very complicated grammatical.
Language.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very complicated, and I didn't have time for that. So I did everything in the first person singular, but everything was in the now.
Right. Interesting.
And I figured, I got to like it. It's much better this way.
Sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
Living the now. Iris, I read that you were one of the first women to wear blue jeans.
Oh, yes,
Can
probably
you
the
tell us
first.
that story, please?
Wow.
Oh, that's such a... I was at the University of Wisconsin. It was probably maybe 1930 and 40.
Wow.
And I got into my head that I would like to have an outfit because I had a nice white starched shirt and I had a gingham turban and big gold earrings, which I used to wear. It was I always wore, until I started to wear glasses, huge earrings, which were not easy to find. And I said, if I had blue, it would make a spectacular outfit. Where can I get a pair of blue jeans? Well, an Army-Navy store. You know what they are?
Yeah, the surplus stores, right?
No,
Where
they
the
were
uniforms are?
they were stores for work clothes for
Yeah.
men.
Oh, okay.
And in Wisconsin, in those days, they were all lumberjacks, and they were the size of Paul Bunyan. They were huge. So I went off to the store, and I said, I would like a pair of blue jeans. And they were gassed. Oh, my God, don't you know young women don't wear jeans? I said, I don't care what young women wear. I want a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't have anything. I said, can't you cut a pair down for me? And you special order? No, they just couldn't wait to get rid of me. That really threw me out of the store. So I went back, because when I want something, I'm like a dog with a bone. So I went back 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and each time they threw me out. So finally I said, then one day I got a telephone call, and I guess the poor man was afraid I'd come back. So he said he had mail ordered me a pair of boys' jeans.
Wow.
Unfortunately, they fit,
Right on.
and the
Yeah.
outfit looked terrific.
Wow.
Cute.
So from then on, but it took some years even after that for them to make them for women.
Wow.
See, pioneer way back in the 30s. You're special. Let me ask you about these glasses, because I've got, these are fun, right? You're so iconic with your glasses. And Mary, here, I
those are
have
cute
your
too.
sunglasses too.
The ones,
Yeah, from HSN.
yeah, that's
Yep, these are the eye bobs. You remember these?
eye
Those are
bobs.
cute.
Yeah.
Oh, eye bobs, and then we also did other ones.
You had some that were clear, I think.
Yeah, and we have some now that are, I don't know, hexagonal or
Oh, you're so cute.
octagonal.
I'm gonna be shopping in a second. Where did this big round, statement eyewear, circle?
Well,
Where'd
for
that come
some
from?
reason, I have always been fixated on eyeglass frames, even as a child. And I used to creep around. I'm a big creeper.
Wait a minute, you're a creeper?
I like to go and look at every place. I'm very curious.
So if you were in my house, you'd go through my cabinets and Mary's drawers and stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That's off limits. I mean, I like to look. I like to go. I like to dig. I don't like to go to a store and sit on a chair and have say, "Oh, this is you, madame." Every chic woman is wearing it.
Right.
I say, if every chic woman is wearing it, I don't want to take it away.
Right on. Yeah.
So I like to do that. And I used to go to yard sales and junk places, and every time I saw a pair of interesting spectacle frames, I bought them, and I put them in a box.
Nice.
And I didn't need glasses for a long time. But when I got to be, a teenager, like 18 or 19, I would take the box out and try them on because I thought they were a fashion item back then.
Wow.
And I didn't have lenses, but I would wear them without the lenses.
Yeah.
And that was really a lot of fun. And so when I did need glasses, I thought, why should I get framed? I went to my box.
There you go.
Right.
And I took out the biggest pair, and I had the prescription filled.
So cute.
The rest
And
is
then
history.
a lot of nosy people would say to me, why do you wear them so big? And I thought, what the hell is it of your business? I can wear them with a...
Wear what you want to wear, right?
So I said, oh, why do I wear them so large? The bigger to see you. And then they'd shut up.
Right. I love
Aw.
it. Does anyone inspire you when it comes to fashion?
Unfortunately, not anymore.
Yeah.
People all look alike, and it's very sad to me that nobody uses their imagination. Everybody seems to want to look like everybody else.
Yeah.
That's why I think I've had some small success at HSN, because there are some people who don't want to look like everybody. And they tell me all these interesting stories because when they wear my jewelry and whatnot, people stop them. One of them ended up in a wedding.
Really?
Yeah, this guy admired this gal's jewelry in an elevator or something. I don't know.
Wow. Get it.
That's nice.
Yeah. That's really cool. You are adorable. You are adorable. You've got more shows coming up, and I know this year is going to be really exciting.
I hope so. They tell me I'm going to do a lot of outerwear this year.
Yay. Oh, I love your coats and your dusters and your sweaters. Oh, my goodness. I have so
We
many
have
good
a
pieces.
sweater tonight you'll love.
Oh.
It'll be on Colleen. I have, what time is it?
We got to wrap it up.
Oh, they're saying you got to go. No, don't you take her from us.
I have to go. I have an hour show, and then at 7, I have a few minutes on the gift show, and then at 9 with Colleen, 9 something, it's a very pretty sweater and pants.
Oh,
Ooh, we need to check
I love it.
out. Yeah.
I know. We're going to
And
continue.
we have a coat tonight to die for.
All right, head to
Absolutely.
hsn.com, everybody. That's what we need to
You
do.
got to see this coat.
Ooh, well,
It's fabulous. It's really an evening coat. It's beautiful. Beaded. This coat would be at least $2,500 if it were on Fifth Avenue.
Wow. You're so great. I'm so glad you're here. We're
Hey,
so
we're
glad.
sold.
Not only the HSN podcast, but here at HSN so we can enjoy your pieces.
Thank you so much
Top to
for coming
bottom.
on, Iris.
Oh, thank you for having
It's
me.
a joy.
you.
We're really honored. So all the best to you. We'll get to shopping with you shortly, okay? You come back anytime.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anytime.
What time is this going out live?
No, we're gonna actually post this and put it up, and everyone can check you out momentarily, actually.
Can I get a copy?
Oh, of course. We're going to hook
yeah.
you up. Absolutely.
Or because
We got the one and only. Come on. Yeah. We got it all for you.
I don't know how. Well, you.
We'll hook you up.
Did you like your first podcast?
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
experience? Yeah. You did amazing.
You sure did. We love you. Thanks, everybody, for
Thank
listening.
you.
Mary Angie signing off with the one and only, the rare bird of fashion herself, longtime
Iris
visionary
Apfel.
fashion icon. Yeah, you said it. Iris Apfel.